Well, it's been exactly 1 year since the incident happened. The day my younger brother John was killed. I have tried and tried to forget about what happened, but it's still burned in my mind. So I know this is rather cliche, but I'm recording this and putting it online in hopes that sharing what happened for all to hear will bring me solace. My brother and I had a very strong bond, beyond what most siblings have because of our isolation from civilization in southern Louisiana. We were raised by a mother who not only assumed the additional position of a father, but as our teacher, due to the distance from the nearest school, we were forced to be homeschooled. Our father disappeared when we were very young. He left one day and never returned. Our mom says she left her for a younger woman, but I'm pretty sure now that isn't true. Last year, today, on my brother's 17th birthday, we decided to take the canoe out through the swamp and hope to find an alligator that we could shoot. John and I always loved hunting gators. It is so fulfilling to bag a big gator and get feed the whole family. Well, I wandered off topic. So we were out on the canoe rowing around. The cold, salty sea air met the hot, humid swamp air, creating a very interesting atmosphere. We had already, in past adventures, scouted a 3-mile radius around the house, but we were determined to reach farther than ever. Rowing in a canoe isn't the fastest means of transportation, but it works. We had gotten very good at swerving around protruding stumps, trees, and occasional rocks that poked out of the murky green water. The sudden rush of water knocked us out of a trance. It was a gator. The time we had been waiting for was right there. My brother rode closer as I grabbed the .45 revolver. The gator wasn't affected by us. It continued to swim north. The sun was setting as my brother gazed out toward the sea, and his voice trailed off. I looked to see what he was looking at, and almost couldn't believe what I saw. Standing on a small island were 2 people who appeared to be blankly staring at us, mouths agape, and between them was a glowing object that neither of us could make out what it was. "Hey!" I yelled to the 2 men. Strangely, there was no response. They didn't even move, blink, shift, or anything. "Let's get out of here," I said to John, but he didn't reply. The canoe was drifting, and the only change by the people on the island was their heads gradually turning to keep their blank stares on us. "Hey, let's go," I spoke up. He stared blankly at the small island. "John!" I yelled, but again, no response. I was about to start paddling, but John unexpectedly leaped out of the canoe and into the murky water. "What are you doing?" I asked him as he swam, then walked to the island. Before he was out of the water, however, I noticed something. It appeared to be black hair emerging from the sea, which was followed by a top of a head. And then what I was expecting to be a person, but that's where I was wrong. Walking out of the ocean was something I had never seen before. It was tall, probably 7 or 8 foot. It had long, black hair. Its black eyes looked foggy due to what was most likely filmed over them. They slanted down its face at an angle. Its face was narrow and sharp, like it had been starved. This absolutely terrified me. What are you supposed to do when you see something like that anyways? The creature walked up to the island, and the 2 people shot one last look at me. This one was different though. I saw tears and absolute fear suppressed by their blank stares. It was like their human instinct was trying to prevail over whatever trance they were in. But that was to no avail. The creature grabbed both men, one in each arm, and turned around, returning to the ocean. I saw bubbles emerging for a bit when their heads became submerged. Now, I'm not sure if you don't believe me, but I saw what I saw. And if someone had told me this story, I wouldn't have believed them either. I yelled at John, "We need to get out of here, now!" And his response was still unforgettable. His head slowly turned around as he gave me a blank stare, then turned back and approached the glowing object, which flashed a red color, and then returned to its white shine. "John!" I cried out, but he just stared at me. I fled. I went home and told my mom all about it, but she didn't believe me. She kept telling me to tell her the truth about what happened. But it was, and still is, the truth. You have to believe me. After insisting it as the truth, she finally gave in and left to go find the elusive glowing item on the island. She never returned. I've been living by myself for the past year. I just wanted to get my story out. I'm starting to worry, however. I think the light is getting closer, because at night, if you look at just the right angle through the trees, I can see what appears to be a faint light. I'm tired of living in fear. I'm going to submit to this now. Go check out the light. Then I'll update this when I know the truth. Goodbye for now.